What's up, guys? Some time ago, I made a video called Calculated Manipulation. If you haven't watched it, do. It's a very, very good point. Um, to summarize what it is that a narcissist will intentionally put you in a situation that will provoke you, and then when you respond, they go, see, he's crazy. See, I told you he's psycho. Couple real quick examples of that would be like the narcissist could shove you or punch you in the face and keep beating on you, and then when you defend yourself and shove them back, they'll go, see, he's so abusive, he hit me. Or they'll go out on dates and cheat on you a bunch, and then when you get mad about it, they'll be like, see, he's so jealous and insecure. That was my calculated manipulation video in 2 seconds. But what I want to call it now, that I've just recently realized, is I want to call it the I told you so game. They always want to be like, I told you so. I told you he was jealous. I told you he was abusive. I told you so. I'm right, I'm right. This is all ego-driven, insecurity-driven. They want to prove that they're right all the time. You know, that they're... Also, I have another video called Alternate Reality. You should watch that as well. They want to prove that their alternate reality is real. And they will go to any extent to try to prove that this alternate reality is real. They have to make themselves believe that they're right, because if they face the truth, it's too fucking painful. What I didn't realize, and this is what I realized recently, is they play the I told you so game with themselves. So they will intentionally create scenarios to try to prove it to themselves. Even it's not even like this is no longer an external proving, an external validation. They're trying to internally prove this. So a good scenario with this would be that. Let me think of one real quick. While I do, y'all can enjoy Boo. The baby. No, she's lazy today. Let's see. Okay, so a good scenario with trying to, validate themselves, play the I told you so game with themselves. It would be, and this is purely circumstantial and fictitious, just for example, would be like my ex-narcissist wanting to reconnect, wanting to hoover, wanting to get back together. In that point, she obviously has some kind of feeling, a feeling of reminiscing, a feeling of missing the old times, something like that. A feeling of maybe a connection. I don't know how narcissists think, but they have some kind of feeling, a positive feeling, a loving feeling. Loving would be a loose term, but bear with me here. They don't like that feeling. They hate that feeling. And what they want to do is shift situations into their alternate reality so that they can prove that they were right. So, if she misses me or something, and she hates that, because if she misses me, that proves that she was wrong to begin with, right? That means that all the shit that happened, if she actually accepted that feeling and took it in and go, oh, I miss him, and she would have to face the truth. She would have to go, oh, fuck, maybe I did fuck up. Maybe I shouldn't have cheated on him. It's another time that they have to face reality. And as we discussed before, they absolutely cannot face reality. So what they'll do is create a problem, an alternate scenario, to try to justify that they were right, and also to try to once again escape reality, to not face the truth. So specifically, an example is she misses me and she wants to reconnect, and she's talking to me, we're conversing, and she will intentionally ask questions to try to justify her point of that I was in the wrong and she never did anything wrong. She wants to validate her internal bullshit. So we're talking, and she could be like, just casual conversation going perfectly fine, and she would ask like, "Oh, so did you date anybody? Or did you do this? Or did you you know go on that trip? Did you do this?" And if I go, "Oh yeah, I dated a few people," that gives them the excuse. That gives them the excuse to shift reality again. If I say, "Yeah, yeah, I went on some dates." See, I always knew you're a fucking man whore. You could never be faithful. Why would you do that? I thought you loved me. There, they have the justification of what they want to believe to push back their emotions and push back reality. Or, yeah, I went on that trip. But you never fucking went on trips with me. You always did this and did that. Like, they literally will search for reasons to justify all of this, and simply push emotions away, simply push reality away. um, I knew they did this with other people. The I told you so game. I knew they did that in the public image. They're like, see, I told you he was crazy, or I told you he was jealous, I told you he was insecure. But what I'm recently realizing, and I've never heard anybody talk about this before, is that they actually play that game with themselves. They, I mean, they do. There's no question about it. If you look back on the scenarios you had with a narcissist, when they started like maybe try to hoover you, or try to talk to you again or something, they'll literally look for any gap, any little excuse to once again try to prove that you are bad or you're not good. Um, and now this is like my point here is that this is not to prove to other people. This is not to show the world, oh, this person's crazy. This is solely to try to prove to themselves that their decisions and their actions were justified, even though we all know they completely were not. Um, so I hope that made sense. It's kind of hard to put into words. But I've never heard anybody talk about that they actually are literally playing the exact same game they play with you with themselves. So, look at, say bye. She said bye.